I'm in Italy for a few more days, which is a good thing because I still have some bottles of whiskey that I need to get through in this Flaviar advent calendar. I'm doing blind tastings, so let's do this. Welcome to Whisky Riffs. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and if you're just starting to watch my channel, I'm really far into an advent calendar from Flaviar. This is day 18. I'm letting everyone take a peek at the bottle, even though I can't look at it because it gives me a hint as to the country of origin. Yesterday was a brilliant day because I actually got it right, and I stuck to my first impression of the whiskey. Let me go ahead and pour this. If you need to know more about why I'm in Italy, what's going on with my world and my wife's world, check out the links below. We've got a lot of information about our other channel. Let's dig into this glass, which is not a Glencairn glass, which makes nosing just a little bit harder, but not impossible. Okay, well, that is nice. I am getting Island Scotch whiskey. I'm getting malted notes. I'm getting a little bit of the sea salt, getting a little bit of citrus on there, some orange, and some nice sweetness. I would say berries, darker berries. It's not the lightest color of a whiskey, so maybe we're dealing with a finished whiskey. And I'm really impressed with the nose so far. Ooh, I like the flavors in this one. They're spicy, and they're just a little bit of a hint of sweetness there. Not as sweet as the nose with the berry notes, but just enough. Decent finish on it. Little pepper notes. Even a little bit of mint on the nose now. A lot of mid-palate spice, which to me is maybe a whiskey with a little more of a young age to it. Kind of that wood spice really sticks out still when you have an older whiskey. It kind of mellows that stuff out. But this really seems like a Scotch to me. It really feels like it has a little bit of a finish on it, not much, because I'm not getting a ton of port notes or sherry notes on it. But it does seem a little darker. It does seem like it's had some influence from a few different casks. And I'm going with Scotland. I'm going with some sort of island Scotch. And you've already seen this. Let's see if I'm right. Nope. We're back in the USA. Okay. You just don't want to let me go to Scotland, do you, Flaviar? You're just really skipping around that country for some strange reason. But this does taste like a single malt whiskey. It tastes like something that might be an American single malt. And because of the color, I'm going to say that it probably doesn't have some serious finishing. It's just in a warmer climate in the US. So I'm going with American single malt. Let's pull up the app and see what we got. According to the app, I'm on day 18, which is good because that's the bottle I just drank. All right, this one really surprised me. This is San Luis Valley straight rye whiskey from Law's Whiskey House. It's 47.5% ABV. This really didn't seem like a rye to me. It didn't get any of those typical rye notes. I was fooled before by another rye whiskey in this calendar that had some port staves in it or some other kind of wine staves that actually changed the flavors enough to fool me on that one. But this one, I wasn't getting a lot of those finishing notes. Let's see what they say about it. They say vanilla, menthol, citrus, rye, cinnamon, cocoa, warm, smooth, pralines. I don't know about pralines. It sounds... Sure, maybe. I don't eat enough of those. Don't know why I'm using that accent. It's a very strange accent. Not a good accent either. They're calling this a great green to glass rye whiskey with a distinct flavor profile. I'll give it that. It doesn't hit me like a normal rye. And it's from Denver, which is interesting. That's going to give it a little bit lighter color. Denver's got some higher altitudes. They're using a sweet winter rye. It grows at 7,500 feet above sea level. And instead of the usual 4-year aging process for something like rye or bourbon, this is 7 years, which is going to give it a more toned down note to it. Like I said, some of the older whiskeys that are Scotch, especially when you start to age them more, you start to pull back on some of that spicy notes. But because it's rye, you're still getting some of that rye spice to it. I don't know. I actually like this one. I had no problem with it. I don't like that Flaviar is making me enjoy rye whiskeys. But, you know, I'm exploring. Shoot, I'm in a different place. I'm no longer in my studio, so obviously I'm doing some exploration. But what do you think? Do you like the San Luis Valley straight rye whiskey? Are you following along with this Flaviar advent calendar? Do you have a different version of it? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And until tomorrow, take care of yourself. Take care of those people around you. and cheers. Did not think that was a rye. Not at all.